Let's welcome Miss Jean Shepard.
There's nothing so precious as something you've lost and found it somehow in the end.
Along with charting 45 hits from 1953 to 1978, Pauls Valley native Jean Shepard is noted for several firsts in the field of country music. Along with Kitty Wells and Patti Page, Jean was one of the first women to break the country music barrier in the 1950s. Her first #1 country hit, a Korean War song entitled A Dear John Letter, topped the country charts for 23 weeks and crossed over to the top 5 pop charts, selling some 10 million records in 1953. In 2006, Shepard celebrated 50 years as a member of the Grand Ole Opry and is the longest-living female member of that grand country music institution. Jean was also the first female in country music to sell 1 million records and was the first woman in country music to record a concept album. Jean's 1956 album, Songs of a Love Affair, featured 12 songs, all written by her, from a single woman's point of view on one side, while the other side portrayed the wife's perspective. Born November 21, 1933 to parents Hoyt and Alla Mae Shepard, who raised 11 children in rural Oklahoma, Ollie, I'm with Jean Shepard, was an avid listener to the Grand Ole Opry, as well as Bob Wills' radio broadcasts over KVOO in Tulsa. She learned to sing by listening to Jimmy Rogers records on a wind-up Victrola. After living in Hugo, Jean and her family relocated to California near Bakersfield at the conclusion of World War II. At the age of 14, she and several friends formed the Melody Ranch Girls, an all-female Western swing band. Jean sang and played upright bass, an instrument that overwhelmed her 5 feet 1 inch height and almost overwhelmed her family, with her mother and father hawking every stick of furniture in their home to pay for the bass, which cost $350. Due to her notability as a radio performer in California's San Joaquin Valley, she came to the attention of Hank Thompson, who made possible her first recording contract with Capitol. The same year Jean joined the Grand Ole Opry in 1955, she helped launch the Ozark Jubilee telecast on ABC television as part of Red Foley's cast, where she remained until 1957, and was named Top Female Singer by Cashbox magazine in 1959. In 1963, her husband, Hawkshaw Hawkins, was killed in a plane crash, which also took the lives of Patsy Cline and Cowboy Copas. In 1973, Jean moved to United Artists, where she enjoyed several hits, but it was Slippin' Away that earned her a Grammy Award nomination in 1973 for Best Country Female Vocalist of the Year. In 1975, Jean recorded a tribute to her late husband, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Two Little Boys, written by their sons, Don Robbins, named after Don Gibson and Marty Robbins, and Harold Franklin Hawkins II, after his father. During the 1980s and 1990s, Jean continued to tour, especially in the UK, where she's been quite popular for several decades. In 1996, 2 collections of Jean's recordings were released. The Country Music Foundation released Honky Tonk Heroin Classic Capitol Recordings from 1952 to 1964, a 24-track compilation of Jean's #1 hits, and the Bear Family 5-disc box set, The Melody Ranch Girl, which included all 151 tracks recorded on Capitol from 1952 to 1964. Since 1968, Jean has been married to bluegrass guitarist Benny Birchfield and continues to perform on the Grand Ole Opry as well as in Branson, Missouri. As a testament to Jean's status among her peers, the late Jim Reeves, perhaps country's smoothest singer of the Nashville Sound era, said about Jean, "All the girl singers should sound like Jean Shepard. She always hits her notes, holds them, and wraps them around an audience like nobody else can." For her outstanding contributions to American popular music, as well as her groundbreaking role for women in country music, we are proud to induct Jean Shepard into the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame.
Sometimes I'd quit if it wasn't